Thank you. Nipissing has chosen to send the guy who knows the least about this topic, so here I am. Everyone else has done the work to this point. There's been a lot of players to set up the biomass opportunity that Nipissing First Nation has before it right now. I guess I'm in charge of the operational challenges and the on-the-ground stuff, and that's kind of what I'm going to focus on today. Press the right one here. Worked for everybody else.
Is it working, Rich? No?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah.
All right, I'm in business. Before I start, I just wanted to give a quick background on who the Nipissing people are and where the First Nation is situated. And I'm back to square one here, so hang on a sec. Okay, I think we're good. So I stole this description from our executive director about who the Nipissing people are. But basically, the Nipissing people have lived on the shore of Lake Nipissing for centuries. And historically, they've been known for their spiritual healing powers. They were known by some as sorcerers. A very peace-loving people, but fiercely defend the right to self-determination. The land base is situated north of Lake Nipissing. This is a rough schematic polygon that I drew. It's not a land claim or the actual boundaries, but that's basically where it's situated. With respect to forestry background, Nipissing is still finding its way. It has been operating a forest company called Beasing Forestry on Nipissing First Nation lands as well as on Crown land as a licensed harvester on the Nipissing Forest. They've had many ups and downs in the past decades, and I'd probably say mostly downs, but some ups, some victories. In the recent past, we've decided to simplify our operations, and we were beginning to find a niche. We really focused on building capacity and operating a small firewood operation. We've created a few jobs, potential for some stability in this niche, and the community benefits with these jobs and our abilities to supply firewood to the elders in the community and the other people in need. And this is what I've managed to this point. And meanwhile, for the last few years, everybody else has been doing all the work, creating these big ideas and developing a partnership. And the big partner is the Gemini Power Corporation, and everyone that's done the work has been Gemini. There's been our executive director, Dwayne Nashqua, and Councillor Arnold May, and many others created this vision. And they've worked for years to bring this to fruition. And what you're looking at is a site just west of North Bay, north of Highway 17 on Nipissing First Nation land, where we're proposing to build a pellet plant, a pellet manufacturing plant. So that's kind of the schematic of it now, and this is the opportunity we're faced with. Very small scale pellet mill, community-based. The site is very close to industrial and commercial clients, so there isn't a lot of transportation fees that we could see. This opportunity would probably create at least 20 jobs in the Nipissing First Nation community. At this scale, the wood supply is readily available through partnership with a couple of the small operators on the Nipissing Forest. So we think this is certainly manageable and imminent right away. Herein lies the challenge. The challenge, certainly the job creation potential is there, but it's, as was mentioned earlier, the very specialized equipment is needed to be successful. And we are in a situation where we just built capacity to run a small firewood operation, and now our challenge is to get our workforce up to speed with some of the more specialized equipment, such as processors and debarkers and grinders and the like. So therein lies the operational challenge. In order to meet this challenge, we do have a game plan, and we are hitting the ground running, so to speak. We have some immediate specialized machinery training planned for November, thanks to some funding through the Ministry of Aboriginal Affairs Capacity Building Fund. Our longer term plan is to liaise with the educational bodies and try to create a skilled workforce as they come up through the ranks. So create some educational bursaries and things of that nature to get us to where we need to be. The site preparation for this pellet mill is set to begin in November, and I would characterize it as pretty much imminent. Another way we'll probably end up meeting the challenge is through mentorship with some of the smaller operators, and they will certainly help us meet our wood supply for this mill in the short to medium term. So I really see it as a win-win situation for both Nipissing First Nation and some of the smaller operators on the Nipissing Forest. Thinking a little bigger is phase 2, and phase 2 involves the construction of a combined heat and power biomass plant located on the First Nation land, fairly close to the North Bay Regional Hospital site. And this would be a 10 megawatt facility that would supply green energy to the Ontario grid. It could supply backup power to the hospital as well as heat. And you can imagine the number of jobs and the economic benefits that this would bring, so not to mention the environmental benefits. So this is phase 2, but with, I guess, thinking bigger, come bigger challenges. And right now, this project is somewhat in limbo due to the feed-in tariff rates. They don't quite provide enough resources to make this viable, and lobbying to get the rate at which power is, I guess, the companies are legislated to pay for the green energy continues, and we figure to make it viable, we need about 16 cents a kilowatt hour. The other issue, again, as was mentioned earlier, is wood supply. Obviously, this is a much larger scale project, and wood supply could be an issue at this scale. And of course, wood tenure model is still an unknown as well. So we really don't know what really is available. So we're going to start small for now with our pellet mill. So wish us luck. Thanks.